Well, hey everyone, my name is Nathan Jones, and if you're new here, welcome. I like to talk about all things movies, specifically Blu-rays, and today we are continuing with the question/prompt series, which I'd like to do each week, and then at the end of the month, we like to put all this together from the comments that you submit down below, and we do a live stream giveaway. And so don't forget to, comment down below and share your thoughts on this topic. So I'm sure you already probably know based on the description and the question of the video. We're going to be talking about heist movies. We're going to be talking about what your favorite heist movies are. So, it's the summer. I feel like blockbusters are all over the place, and I feel like heist movies are perfect, right? And during this time in particular. And so I wanted to kind of cover those and think about that topic and just realize how many great heist movies there are. There's actually several that I still need to see, like Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. I have the 4K over there. I'm going to watch it one day. Maybe this will prompt me to watch it sooner. But, I always love a good heist movie and loving, the changes that happen within the story to really kind of get you in a moment. But before we jump into my own favorite heist movies, I want to know down in the comment section down below, what are your favorite heist movies? Or at least give me some examples of things that maybe would fit in that category, right? I would love to hear your thoughts, and then also, just enter yourself in a giveaway. So it'll be a lot of fun. So let's jump into my top 5 heist movies of all time, at least currently. All right, so first we're going to talk about a film from 1955, and it's a Hitchcock film. So there could be a couple answers here, but the one that makes me think of heist is To Catch a Thief. I mean, it's in the title, right? So we have Cary Grant, Grace Kelly. Oh my gosh, what a phenomenal couple right here in this particular film. It's also a gorgeous movie. We have Cary Grant, who is the cat, who is an old burglar, jewel thief of sorts, and a lot of things ensue. And the thing is, before I jump into any of these things, I'm not going to give you anything because obviously I want you to watch these movies. These are movies where there's different clues here and there to getting to the end. So of course I want you to watch these movies if you've never seen them. But To Catch a Thief is, I think Hitchcock in top form. He's doing fantastic work in the 50s, of course. We know a lot of his movies are really known from this time period in particular, but To Catch a Thief is a really fantastic one, and one that's really not talked about as much as I would like it to be, actually. But it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of comedy in here and some good romance as well. It's just really a great blend of all these genres together, but it's also just a really cool heist movie, right? It's one of those ones that you're like, well, is Cary Grant up to his old antics again? Is that what's going on in this movie? So yeah, definitely recommend checking out To Catch a Thief if you've never seen it before. Highly recommend it. I should have mentioned this is going to be a really tough list. So the next 4 are kind of all interchangeable in some way. So some people might not be happy with my choices, but number 4 is a 90s classic from Michael Mann. It's one of the greatest movies of all time and from the 90s, in my opinion. And I'm talking about Heat, of course. Al Pacino, Val Kilmer, Robert De Niro. What an insane cast. And what an insane movie. This one's long, but it's well worth it. There's so many great scenes in this movie. And this 4K is great. And I really, really enjoy it. And so I definitely recommend checking out Heat if you've never seen it before. It's an epic of a heist movie. I want to say it's probably like the biggest epic out of all the films I'm going to be talking about today. So it's definitely a lengthy one, but at the same time, it's well worth your time. And if you've never seen it before, like, what are you doing? Get off your ass and watch Heat. All right, so my number 3 is from one of the greatest film years of all time, 1975. Jaws, Barry Lyndon. That's for you, Elliot. But I want to talk about Dog Day Afternoon. Al Pacino. Oh my gosh. So we're seeing Pacino again, right? So yeah, but this time we have Sidney Lumet's Al Pacino, right? And Sidney Lumet is one of the greatest directors of all time, in my opinion. Wow, what an absolute insane film this is, because it's based on a real story, a thing that really happened, a bank robbery that went wrong, and a hostage situation that went wrong. But oh my gosh, the amount of character development and interactions that are going on in this very hot, drenched summer day. So this is actually a perfect thing to watch right now, is something like this, because it's blazing hot outside, and Dog Day Afternoon will remind you of that. But at the same time, you can watch it in your air conditioning unit, or hopefully if you have some kind of means of staying cool, this one will heat things up a little bit. I'm bad at these things. Number 3, Dog Day Afternoon. Check it out. All right, so my number 2 is probably the most recent film on this list, and it's from the early 2010s, and I'm talking about Drive right here. There you go, with Ryan Gosling. Of course, this has a really great cast, actually, but it is Got a really fantastic soundtrack as well, and just really great acting, and a lot of things that are going on in this movie. But he's a professional driver. Of course, it's in the name Drive, and he always has this jacket that has a scorpion on it. It's a white jacket with gold on it. But the great thing about this film is the aesthetic. The aesthetic is just really pleasing, and it's just like a lot of fun. Weirdly enough, for a really dark film, it's a lot darker than a lot of people think. I feel like it's portrayed because of the neon that's going on with it. But man, what a great colorful palette, great fantastic cast and crew, and I love all the stunts that go on in this movie because obviously it's in the name, it's in the title of the film, Drive. So check out Drive if you've not seen it before. I'm not talking about the 1997 one, although that's really fantastic as well. But yeah, if you haven't seen this movie, go pick it up. I don't know if I'd recommend buying this if it's their first time watch, but yeah, I'm really glad that this exists too. But number 2 is Drive. And my number 1 heist film of all time is something that I've loved ever since I watched it for the first time, and it's grossed me out because of a particular scene, but I'm talking about Quentin Tarantino's Reservoir Dogs. This is one of my favorite films from the 90s. I know it beat out Heat. That could be interchangeable for a lot of people in the 90s, but Reservoir Dogs, oh my gosh, like just all of the cast and crew in this, the things that they're saying to each other, the mistrust that is just building up in this job that was botched, and there's an insider. There's a lot of things going on with this one. There's even a particular scene that I told you about earlier that you kind of see glimpses of in a way, or at least imagine some of that in some instances. But it is just a really fantastic film. It's a great Quentin Tarantino film. It's actually his first directorial debut. Of course, he wrote True Romance, but this is what his first film is, and it's a really great one, and I highly recommend it. It's just a really great heist film, and so that's what this whole thing is about, is some heist movies. So what are your choices? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what your favorite heist movies are, and stay safe, everybody. And thank you so much for watching. Give it a like, share, hit the notification bell, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. I'm not jonesing around.